This is Get Sellers Calling You, and I'm Beatty Carmichael. Learn more at our website at getsellerscallingyou.com.
Well, hello, everyone. This is Penny Thomas. Welcome to this next session of Get Sellers Calling You with Beatty Carmichael. Beatty is the CEO of Master Grabber, the creator of Agent Dominator, and one of the top marketing experts in the real estate field. Beatty, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, today we're going to talk about the trends going on in the residential real estate, some of the cataclysmic changes that are going on, and what you can do to protect it. And where we're going to end up in today's call is talking about multifamily and how multifamily in the commercial sector can really be a savior to a degree for a number of agents out there. So I'm not a doomsday person, okay, but I do look at the trends and I say something is definitely going on. And I want to kind of articulate and share what are those things that I see that you're probably already experiencing yourself. And I want to extrapolate where this goes so you can start to prepare and say, oh my gosh, is this guy even half right? I need to take some preparatory actions. Otherwise, things are going to happen before I'm ready. Okay, so let's talk about some of the market shifts that are coming. Number one, a big market shift that is just taking a lot of cities by storm right now is iBuyers. Okay, now if you're not familiar with what an iBuyer is, then it's a big company with lots of money that comes in and it offers home sellers a price for their home, and they have to do nothing to make it happen. They don't have to fix up the home. They don't have to repair it. They don't have to paint it. They don't have to clean it. They don't have to declutter it. They don't have to get it ready to show. The iBuyer says, we'll pay you this amount as is, okay? And it's very alluring, okay? It's very tempting for the home sellers. I was talking to one client out in one of the western states, I think somewhere in Arizona. And she has lost a number of listings already just in the last 12 months. I think it's something like maybe a third or fourth of the listings she normally gets, she's lost to iBuyers. And iBuying has just come on the scene within the last year or so, right? I was talking to another client in Dallas, and he said 1 out of 3, 35% of all of the sellers have had an offer by an iBuyer already. He said right now in Dallas there are 10 iBuyer companies that are at play. And this is the point I want to make, this is after just a very short period of time. You know, we started hearing about iBuying a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, somewhere in that time frame, and it's happened that fast in that period of time. Here's what I want to extrapolate. If 10 big players are already in the market in that short a period of time, and when you take the speed of technology, of data, gathering data, analyzing it, all the algorithms to determine what's a good investment, and you got all of this money sitting in these big companies, Zillow, Amazon, all these mortgage companies, and they're looking for what's a good, safe bet, okay? iBuying becomes really big on the target. So you take all of that data, all of that technology, all that money, and you extrapolate the speed in which it's come on the market already and extrapolate it out another 5 years, you got a huge gorilla that you're competing against that just a few years ago wasn't even on the market. This is going to be cataclysmic, I believe, in how the residential realtor actually conducts business, because now this is a competitor you've never had to deal with, and now you got to deal with it. You have Zillow, okay? Now, Zillow is obviously one of the iBuyers, right? But they also control a lot of data, and they're working to control even more. They're already starting to compete against the realtors. Have you noticed that? They've been jacking their rates up and delivering less. Not only that, they're putting themselves as one of the realtors that you can call and inquire about a piece of property, right? Okay? And it's just going to be more and more. Whoever controls the data controls the business. Always remember that. I got to tell you a short story because this, I think, is the impact of all of this. A few years back, I was talking to a gentleman I met who sold nutritional products. It was a type of health nutritional supplement of some sort. And his customer was through Walmart. Walmart is how he grew his business. He was doing $5 or $7 million a year selling through Walmart. It was a #1 seller. He just finished creating a whole bunch of new inventory, and he was bringing it to put it on the shelf at Walmart, and Walmart said, nope, sorry, we're not going to buy your product anymore. He said, what? Why not? They said, because we can do it cheaper by a few pennies a bottle cheaper, so we're doing it ourselves. Instantly, he went from $5 to $7 million a year in revenues to zero. Totally lost his business because he wasn't in control of the ultimate customer. That's what Zillow is looking to do. Whoever controls the data, whoever controls where the customers go, buyers and sellers, gets to control the business rules. That's one of the trends you have to contend with. Then we have an unknown trend. All we know is wherever they go, they usually dominate. And it's a household word name, Amazon. And they've been making inquiries and comments about doing something in real estate. Yes, they may do iBuying. They may do something more. Okay? So now you got another huge competitor to deal with. But that's not all. There's another set of trends that's encroaching even more into the personal services of the residential realtor, and that's technology for the home seller. Okay, so let me see if I can paint this picture. Again, not trying to be doomsday, but say, be wise, be aware, be alert, here's what's coming, and extrapolate it out and see where it goes. Okay, so right now, the realtor can go online and run a background check. Pretty simple. Make sure that who they're dealing with is someone legit, someone that's safe. Okay. Well, the home seller is going to be able to do the same thing. Is be able to run a background check on someone that wants to take a look at their home. Home seller already can lock and unlock doors from their mobile phone. Home seller can already put Wi-Fi cameras in their house and see as people go through there. A home seller can already post their home online for free at Zillow, right, and other places. So right now, the technology is set up where more and more home sellers can choose to sell their home on their own. You add the speed in which new technologies are coming on the market, and you're going to increase the likelihood that more and more people are going to try to sell FSBO, for sale by owner, because they got all the technology to do it. Why do they need the real estate agent? And to help with that, you have some real estate agents and some companies that are already involved outsourcing, saying for a fee of a few $100, we'll handle all of the contracts for you. So now it's a turnkey system. I'm a home seller. Why should I pay the realtor a big, fat commission, okay, when I can just list it online, do a background check, open and unlock the doors and lock them back, watch the people as they go through the house. I've got everything documented. I'm safe. Then you also have the trend of what's going on with the, I think it's the buyer's agent commissions, okay, and some of the lawsuits going on. What is that going to do? We don't know. But here's what I do know. You take all of these trends that were not even on the scene just a couple years ago, and now they're contending for business in a big way right now, and you multiply that out by 5 more years, everything's going to change. It's going to be a cataclysmic change that's going to require you changing how you do business, okay? It's going to be as big, if not bigger, than the advent of the Internet as it impacted how realtors did business. And a lot of you older-time realtors who were here before Zillow and the Internet, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, so the question is, what are you doing to prepare for it? I was talking to a client of ours who's a very high-volume producer, 30-year agent type of client. And he was predicting that at the speed all these changes are going, that within 5 to 7 years, somewhere between probably 1/3 and as many as 2/3 of all the real estate agents we have right now will be out of business because you just can't compete. That's what's up. The good will survive. The innovative will survive. There'll always be niches, but more and more we have these huge trends that are hitting the residential market, and what do? So I told you this was going to tie into multifamily. So let me talk a little bit about one concept, okay? I'll be right up front. I want to share this because we have a solution to break into the multifamily market. But I want to lay the groundwork and the business case for it, and then I'll share what we're doing. So multifamily is duplex, triplex, quadruplex, all the way up to apartments. The small to medium-sized multifamily, up to about 20, 25, 30-unit apartment buildings, is predominantly an untapped market. It's too small for the large commercial brokers to really focus on. And it's commercial, so the vast majority of residential agents don't even go there. Because if you deal in commercial already, you know it's a totally different animal. The sale is different, the buyer is different, the seller is different, the marketing is different. You know, everything is different. It's just completely different. So what happens is you have a virtually untapped market. Now, obviously, someone is selling there, but no one is really marketing there. Okay, the competition is very limited. So now you have this large sector of, you know, big fish in a small pond type of sector of small to medium size multifamily. With the multifamily, because it's commercial, all of these trends that you have currently against you in residential real estate don't even touch in commercial. There are no iBuyers. There is no technology for self-sellers. There is, no technology of someone grabbing the data and controlling the data and competing with you. So it's real estate as it has always been. Okay, so it's not going through the shifts. The other thing with commercial is it's higher price. Okay, your average small to medium-sized multifamily unit is a more expensive piece of property than your average residential home. You have fewer people competing against it. No one's really doing a great job marketing for it. So you have this wide open opportunity. And I am recommending and suggesting that you look strongly into the multifamily market space as a second income stream that will protect you against these coming trends in the residential. Not only a second income stream, but one that you can easily dominate. Let me ask you a question. Which do you think is easier to make money? To be in a highly competitive field or a low competitive field, right? Yeah, the low competitive field. In a high competitive field, you put in high amounts of effort, get back few amounts of results. In a low competitive field, you put in low amounts of effort and you get back high amounts of results. It takes less effort to make more money in a low competitive field. And that's what multifamily marketing is, or the multifamily property is. So let me share what we're doing to help you break into it. So now I want to shift a little bit, and I want to speak only to the commercial agents, those of you who already sell in commercial, because you understand the dynamics, you got the investors, you know how to price it, it's, you're already set up. In the commercial market, we've developed the same approach with Agent Dominator for the commercial sector, for the multifamily sector, as we have with past clients and sphere of influence and geographic farming. If you think about what we call our multifamily Agent Dominator, it's pretty much like geographic farming, but for multifamily properties, okay? And here's kind of the way it's set up. First off, we help you acquire the list. Using some data sources we've been able to compile together, we can acquire a list of all of the multifamily properties in the area that you want to target. We get their owner information. We actually go through and pierce the corporate veil through online research, right, and identify the individuals behind the companies and their mailing addresses so that we can target directly to the people that are the decision makers. By the way, if you don't already know this, let me state it. The majority of the sellers in the small to medium-sized multifamily are average individuals. They're not the institutional or the professional investors. And because of that, in terms of marketing to them, it's more similar to residential than to something else. So the same things that we've applied over the years in marketing to consumers is the same type of concept in marketing to multifamily property owners. We do essentially two things with this. Number one, we identify sellers before they put their property on the market. Okay, using compelling offers, something that the owner of a multifamily property would want to know if they're thinking about selling the property. We give them some sort of compelling offer that allows them to check it out on the website. And when they do, our stealth technology identifies specifically which owner it is, so we know who it is that's responding. That way you can get in front of them first. The second thing we do is using some other proprietary processes that we've developed and perfected over the years. We drive additional of those sales directly to you. The other thing that's going on with the multifamily agent dominator product that we offer is complete exclusivity. So when we deal with an owner, let's say if we're marketing to a group of owners for one of our clients, then no other client that we do business with will be able to market to that same group of owners. So it's kind of a first come, first serve, but what it does obviously is it protects you so that as you dominate that market space, then you can hold on to that market space. So this is just kind of high level. If you have interest, if you already sell commercial, you're a little concerned what the future holds, you want to expand out into some other areas, and you want to see how we can help you dominate the multifamily property market, then let me encourage you to go to a very simple website, and it'll have more information. And it's multifamily.agentdominator.com. Okay, so it's multifamily.agentdominator.com. And if you go there, we'll have more information of what we do, a place where you can fill out a form. We can get back with you. Also, if you deal with just normal retail, small type of commercial, not great big office buildings, not great big industrial, and you want some help in marketing there, then we can also help you with that. So multifamily.agentdominator.com, and that's pretty much it.
Wow, I'm just excited about just all the shifts and the potential for some of these agents to really start capitalizing on an industry that seems to be on the upswing.
Yeah, and it's easy to dominate, relatively speaking, because no one else really markets there. So when you have very few people, if any, doing marketing to it, and you can do amazing marketing, it means a real quick foothold and a real quick dominance, and now you're in that space really, really strong. So it's really cool. So I'd love to show you guys more about that. All right, so I think that's this call.
Beatty, I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your expertise today. This was great, and I really do hope that these agents that are listening will check out that site and just get some more information. We'd love to help them out.
Absolutely. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
If you've enjoyed this podcast, be sure to subscribe to it so you never miss another episode. And please like our Get Sellers Calling You Facebook page. Also, if you want to increase sales from past clients and sphere of influence, dominate a geographic farm, or convert home valuation leads, check out our Agent Dominator program. We create custom content that differentiates you from other realtors, then use it to keep you top of mind with your prospects with postcards, targeted Facebook ads, email campaigns, video interviews, and more. And the best part is we guarantee your sales or give all your money back. Learn more at GetSellersCallingYou.com and select Agent Dominator in the menu. Thanks for listening to the Get Sellers Calling You podcast. Have a great day.